Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Mar for Destiny. Last time, the party, after would technically be called grave robbing, grave exploring, at least, I guess. It's a necromancer site. Things aren't actively buried there anymore. Anyways, though, after examining a cylindrical object and realizing that they weren't going to get it open without some amount of effort they didn't necessarily want to try to apply to it, not knowing what was inside. But with the help of Salt Drace Bird and their current map, navigating some, they went to another site and excavating what looked to be more squared off, and proceeding to use the power of giant honey badger, dug it out. After digging out a stairwell with a stone door and a similar line slit into it, the party decided they were going to try and open it this time. Thankfully, it not being a pull door, but being a push door, with enough effort, they were able to creak it open ever so slightly, being met with lovely, lovely, stale, dry air. Upon having a little conversation, figuring out what they were gonna do, and decided, yeah, we'll go in further, we'll see what's going down, proceeded to get some tree branches, tie them up, sit there and get some leverage going. Sit there and crack the door open a little bit more, sent Salt's bird in to take a little peek and make sure there wasn't something that was going to immediately kill them, or an army of the dead waiting right around the corner. But after determining, well, they've got at least one safe corridor to go through, and getting the door pried open enough to where they could turn sideways and do a little shimmy, the party shimmied on in. Getting into the place, it was smooth, carved out, looked very much man-made. Getting to a larger corridor, which looked to be, let's say, had multiple pillars across it, support beams. Upon going through, the party had to make charisma saves, of which everyone but Salt and one of the NPCs with them failed. Or sorry, passed. Salt and the NPC were the only one that failed. And upon the effect of it failing was very... he went on a bad trip. The shadows were not his friends. Voices could be heard that weren't there. It wasn't a very good time. With the two grave robbers, one of them also under the same effect as Salt, the other deciding, yeah, I'm gonna go take them back to town and see if this is a localized thing. Much to Salt's dismay, it was not localized, and still could be heard throughout the night. Hallucinations fading the farther they went away. Whispers, quieter, but when no one was talking in the silence, they could still be heard. Meanwhile, the rest of the party still down there looked around. After some investigating, they found some very fine powdered dust on the ground in several places, and every place where this dust was, above it, there appeared to be necromantic markings on the ceiling. Kamaxtel was able to identify that they were used for necromancy of some kind, but couldn't actually identify what in particular. And the theory was speculated that, maybe this just shits out skeletons or zombies or something from who knows where. And this dust is some residue. Going a bit further in, going down another stairwell, they encountered another door, which also the air starting to feel thinner and just worse overall. Going further down, however, a door which had another similar slit entrance, however, it had two indentations into it. One for what looked to be a humanoid skull, and the other looking to be Dragonborn-esque, having little yellow flakes of later identified to be topaz in them. But the party decided maybe they don't want to shove their face into the hole and see if that worked, but they could report their findings back at least, and turning to the tavern, reporting everything that they, sharing the information they had. And did anyone want to do anything before night's close? Or do you want to fast forward any X amount of time? Yays, nays, Matt's muted.
Sorry, it's my only controlling certain background noise. I don't believe I have anything. Because we established certain things last time, we're not likely to be around.
Yeah. Alright. But if you guys wish to fast forward to the day of the event itself, you can, and simply just do some base activities like, tell the other people of what you found, or not. You can keep that a secret if you want. It's up to you guys.
How many days is it until people are supposed to be arriving here en masse?
Within the week.
Okay. Then probably not this particular night, but over like the next day after not being able to come up with something near the end of the night. I'm gonna try to invoke Tabletalkers.
Alright. Are you, gonna go outside, try to find just a quiet place away from anyone else?
Yeah.
Alright. It's not that hard to do. This is a pretty small place, kind of in the middle of nowhere. Doesn't take much to, walk a little whiles and disappear somewhere.
Since he never gave me a ritual or anything, it basically just consists of saying out loud, "It's a papalato, I require your counsel. Come when you can."
It takes a moment. The night air out here is still chilly for your liking, very much so. A few moments go by, and you kind of hear slowly fading in, just like sorry that took a moment. I was sleeping, kid. As you see it form, shimmer, and start to manifest a few feet away from you on the ground, having a little nightcap on.
I once again shoved the "man, this dude's goofy" somewhere in the recesses of my mind.
Alright, kid. I see you've called me. What's going on?
As you are aware, events are transpiring and things are occurring, and I'm going to need help taking back my homeland. Of the divinities of which I am aware of, the one that seems most amicable to my plight would be Seth, but I do not know of their rituals or how to incur their favor.
Oh, hey, whoa. Careful invoking names like that out loud. powerful names have powerful things attached to them. But, well, taking the homeland back, yep, that's a good thing. Sorry, I'm a bit, I'm still waking up. I wasn't expecting to see you for a few more days. I figured I'd check in when the whole thing going on, and he points towards the graveyard direction. You know, that whole thing.
So you are maintaining some sort of eye without me having to update you?
I check in every here now. Mainly to make sure you're still alive and kicking, see what's going on, any important things. Make sure you're not, just stuck in a hole somewhere and can't get out. But, well, I mean, honestly, if you're looking for information on that sort of thing, I mean, you're a smart kid. Probably just find a library. Like a big one. Like, go towards one of the bigger cities, find a library, they might have some information there.
Your species X, how's it going?
Some of your fellow scaly folk in the lands might have information. I can't promise they will, but they might have information. As a bit of the scaly folk deities, they sit there and they kind of they cross paths, they intermingle. Sometimes they go by a different name, but they're essentially the same being. So if you head far down south and you find any more of, of the scaly folk kind, they might also have something to help you. Also, I mean, you might be able to convert them under you if you're trying to do something of those sorts, rally them to you.
Very well. I'm just aware that your species acts as a shepherd of sorts. I was hoping you would know how best to shepherd, favor their way.
It's kind of weird of what I can and can't do for helping you, kid. Like, I'm supposed to help you some, but it's kind of blurry on how much I'm allowed to help. I'm mostly allowed just to give you some advice. Like, I'm not supposed to kind of, like, just tell you the answers to things. The higher planes get weird and picky with what you can and can't do. You start looking into religion more, you'll find out some more oddities there, probably.
Then I shall simply maintain and hope I am on the correct path. That much you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah, but I also, you have complete free will, so, I can try to influence you one way, but I can't, actively force you to do anything. Preferably, I'd like you to reunite the people in a good manner that isn't worshipping demons and whatnot, but I also cannot stop you if that is your prerogative.
I'm just giving him a sideways look like, what the fuck are you talking about? These are our deities.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you may also have to go some spooky places, as the things of our people are a lot older than the things of the not scaly people. As in, like, they couldn't write yet, and we had grand temples and whole societies going. So you may need to go find some really old ancient ruins, also, type of deal, if you're looking for invoking some powerful stuff. Also, definitely be ready if you're gonna go down and do any kind of that stuff. Powerful stuff usually has things like powerful guardians. You don't want to go there and then just be a stain on the floor. Also, at one point when you blinked, the next time you opened his eyes, he has a little cup of what looks to be tea, sipping it.
As stated,
All
I will
right.
continue as best I am able.
All right, that's good. That's good. I don't mean to be rude, but any more questions, or can I go back to bed?
You may retreat to your slumber.
All right. He looks up. It looks pretty late here. You should probably get some rest yourself. Here, kid.
That is the intent.
And kind of just gives you, let's say, sips the tea a little, kind of gives you a nod, and then just almost like turning to a sparkling dust, fades back to the ether.
Just kind of sighs, and then heads back into town proper.
On the way back, when you're actually like about to open the door, essentially back to the tavern, of which pretty much just has everyone sleeping on the floor or with bedrolls set out just so people have a roof over their head. Salt's bird is just there at the front door, just on a little post waiting. Ka.
Hello.
Ka.
I decided to invoke the spirit watching over me and ask how I could do things a little better. Mixed results, but I'm trying.
It kind of tilts its head and then just looks at the door that's closed, and like pecks at flies over, pecks the door once, and flies back.
Something back outside?
Looks around, just looks back at the door. Ka.
I shrug and take a look outside.
No, this was saying before you got inside.
Oh, okay, so they're like at the doorway. Then okay, then I'll continue inside.
Like, when you open the door, then they hop. They kind of just do that sort of like bouncy hop birds do, and immediately goes over and basically just body slams into Salt's chest.
What?
That being said,
just allowed just.
Salt, would that wake you up?
With the size you said this bird is, if it full on body slams his chest, yeah. Just what the fuck? Moment.
just sitting there, kind of almost doing like a cat would, like with its with its talons, and kind of like getting into your sleeping bag, like nestling up.
It's giving him biscuits.
No, the bird's right. I have to follow it. God damn it. Saltress, since you've been awakened, might I inquire as to some things? You've made it apparent that your world is different from this one, and I have some questions regarding it.
I feel like he had just shut his eyes and he just opens them back up again with that slight little bit of crustiness look to him.
Your bird gave me the idea. Blame me.
Fuck it, I'm awake. I'm not moving because the bird will stab me, but I'm awake.
Okay. As I was discussing things with that which is connected to me, they alluded that the divinities of my society, finding information on them here might be significantly difficult due to their age and nature. Was it quite the same for us in your world? Or were we even present?
Salt, give me a history check.
Okay. One moment.
Also, I just had the picture of Salt in full
17.
beanbag. 17?
Yeah, salt and full beanbag.
Salt in full beanbag, you know, but it's just the, like, crocodile mouth out of the hole.
It is. That is absolutely how he sleeps. And it just like tilts down as it looks down the snout at. Heck. All right. There's now also, I feel like, just the one bird beak, just the bird head is the only thing sticking out as well.
Pretty much, yeah.
Good.
So, the Yuan-Ti have not been around in your realm for a very long time. They, essentially when the dragons more unified your land, they sort of, exterminated a lot of things that, on the you're either with us or you're against us, and the Yuan-Ti were not with them. So if there's remaining pockets of them, they are hidden away somewhere, likely in a small group in a far-off land or underground.
He's gonna look at him. He's like, okay, tell me if I'm wrong. Your people are kind of arrogant, right? Like in a general sense.
Just squints his eyes.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. Okay, they died because of it. Very, very, very long ago.
So they met with ruination.
If there's anything left, it is hidden away in tiny little things, and the rest of it was burnt to the ground. Yes, I'm aware it was made of stone, and still burnt to the ground.
Shame. I was hoping perhaps they were more widespread in your world. It would have given me some answers.
They made bad choices.
Well, with that, I doubt you'll have any knowledge on any similarities or linkings to other things to it. I apologize for the interruption, I just had to try.
What's okay, ask the question. I have a unhealthy amount of very random knowledge.
The patron spirit I can speak with alluded that there may be sources of information and things I can look into regarding them that may not necessarily align with what teachings I may have been indoctrinated with. I was hoping perhaps...
yeah, probably.
I was hoping perhaps you may have been able to help me draw some conclusions to other things. As it stands, though, you made it sound as though old information places and things like that are going to be my only hope for it. Which isn't necessarily commonplace.
Yeah, is that gonna sound about right, by the way, for Robert? Just like, Salt wouldn't have much more than just, he kind of has the general history lesson of, hey, they made a bad choice.
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's so old it's not in common knowledge. It's more of because Salt is old enough to have a pool of knowledge just from his age, and also, your dad would have told you a lot, not necessarily about, history, but about like, so this is how this group of people died because they fucked up. You should learn from it and not fuck up.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. And you're like, so...
A lot of your dad's history lessons were, and then they fucked up. Here's how you should avoid fucking up.
Okay, so he's just gonna, unfortunately, I'm not gonna have much for you on how your stuff worked and how it worked over there in Difference. I just kind of know what choices they made that made them not able to make choices anymore.
If you could somehow contact your dad, he might know, but I feel like if you could contact your dad, you'd have other things to say.
Absolutely, that's not really on the list right now.
It is okay. I was born and crafted to this bloodline for a reason, and just like does a little thing of magic in his hand for no like particular reason, just to like accentuate the point. I just want to see it done as well as I can.
That's fair. Time is it?
Rest. It's night. I'll just say it's more close time.
Okay. It's not just the troops back down.
I'm just gonna sit somewhere and like irritatedly tap a finger for a while before eventually just letting time pass.
All right. Salt, it's one of those, like, you can hear that tapping in just the silence of the night, and you can hear people snoring, and honestly, this might be, well, you know, for some of, you've been grateful for snoring before covering up your footsteps, but this might be the most grateful you've ever been for a few people in here snoring rather loud, as that's enough to break up the voices in your head.
That's always a good thing.
All right. So, would you guys like to fast forward to the event? Or is there anything you wish to do in between before? Bad, Medita?
I do not have anything I wish to do before.
Has Danny ever explained his shit?
Fine, explain.
Like, what the fuck is the crux of this holy messenger that you've sent? I honestly don't remember, as Arik.
He's explained it in a Thaddeus way before.
He's given weird, like... I know it's a fucking things, but like... I can't remember if you've ever, like, said.
Like I said, God has spoken to me. I have spoken directly to God. I have a gift from God. And I think that's all I've really said.
But you've never even said what your god is of.
I have told you that I need to plant seeds because I was told you.
Would you like to ask him directly on one of these days?
Yes, especially since it seems I don't have the knowledge in character.
Are we all there?
Would you like to be there?
I kind of want to be for this conversation, I feel like.
This is entirely whenever curiosity gets the best of me.
This sounds like something over breakfast, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like...
Yeah, this sounds like an over a meal type deal.
It just like the one question that clicks in your head and you just look over, he's like, you know what? Never asked you.
What the fuck is up with that?
Guys sitting around eating some breakfast around a little sort of communal crock pot. Yeah, get a fire lit. Get some early morning grain porridge. There we go. Get some early morning porridge, you know. Grain soaked in water, milk, some berries, get you a little flavor in there. Enough to keep you warm and going. And around the fire itself, nice and warm. Kamaxtel, you just have that light bulb go off in your head, like sitting there next to Danny.
Danny, if I may ask you a question. How the fuck are you like a daddy?
Sure, go ahead. Well, yeah, go ahead.
You're at the direct behest of a god, right? You've alluded to such?
Oh, yeah. I think I've said I need to go to the woods and kill a wolf. weird cryptic nonsense. Not nonsense, it actually has a meaning, but yeah, you know what I mean.
God of what?
Excuse me?
God of what? They're ascribed various portions. That's kind of how gods work.
I just thought I mentioned it before.
No, I don't think you have.
No, I got the god of the stars, which is why I do a lot of star gazing. And I glow.
As in the god of making sure the stars are there, or one that sits amongst the stars and observes the world?
Yes.
What?
One, he makes sure the stars are there. He writes all the stories in the stars. He tells people navigate. Everything and anything that has to do with the stars, he is the god of and watches over.
So foresight is something that they credit to themselves.
That does have to do with the stars.
Visions of the past
So yes,
then likely wouldn't factor in too well. Is that their main ball? Seeing the future?
I mean, it is a thing that they are known to do, I think. That's why I... That's why I
Wait,
said
wait,
already
wait.
about
You're telling me-
Ragnarok happening, because I was told Ragnarok would start happening right before it started.
By the stars.
By the god of the stars, yes. You use stars to predict the future, so it makes sense to know what's going to happen in the future, right?
Is your relationship with them such that you can commune? Or is this more of a weird, you go type situation?
That there is
More.
a good question.
More of the latter.
More
You know,
like
the
I was just chosen to go and talk to them or go do the thing for them.
So
I
no
don't-
asking
And the
you
thing
for
is planting
gambling.
seeds.
That's also strange. Because stars, historically, not a lot of trees.
No, but he's married to a witch, and the witch is over trees and woods. So, maybe people kind of just adopted.
Okay, now hold on. So you're doing a divine mission for your deity
Yes.
so he can get brownie points for his witch wife.
I don't know. You don't ask a god their intentions.
That feels like a really good way to get used.
Ka.
I feel like it should be
Yeah,
offended
see?
by that statement.
I mean, you do get magical powers for worshiping your god, though.
It means I get something out of it. I get to use magic. And I glow in the dark, and I can see very far.
I'm not gonna lie, the first one sounded good, and the second one just is like, oh, you're a glorified walking torch.
He may be a glorified walking torch, but he's doing it not through natural born ability, but through sacrament and favor?
So why do you ask?
I was curious as to what the nature of it was. I knew stars and some amount of understanding of events was part of it. But if it's only forward focused, then I don't know if there's much I can ask that wouldn't get real weird real quick.
I mean, stars are used to tell stories as well, and the stories relate to the past. So you never know. There might be something I could tell you.
So there may be something you can tell us.
I don't know. I don't know what questions you have.
I swear to God, I've heard this line from a con man before. I swear on the gods.
We gave you a compatibility reading with somebody.
Honestly, yeah, it was kind of hilarious watching them try to go through it, and they thought I was all here for it.
Question for Val, because I don't remember. Does Val have a symbol of his deity just like around his neck or anything, like how people often wear Thor's hammer?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had a necklace. Check his inventory. Pretty sure he had something like that.
Like
I feel like I remember you had some iconography. I just don't remember if it was like a necklace or anything, or if it was just like something on you. It's been a while. Yes, Arik.
I just made fun of cosmology, and I'm about to astrology, and I'm about to see how up to date fuck us star charts are.
Okay.
Let's go.
Due to being in, like a same type of pantheon, Danny, you'd obviously, recognize, Val's symbol over there.
Yeah, I know for a fact he had something.
I feel like the necklace was accurate.
I'm pretty sure it was. But, I mean, for a lot of people in the north, for most people in the north, like Danny, like is Val's over there wearing, symbol people understand.
I feel like I missed something. Did you ask for a symbol or iconography at some point?
Now, he just pointed out that he had
No.
one.
Oh, yeah. Val's been referred to as a Norseman. I think I made comments that he worship gods that are similar or in the same pantheon as mine previously.
I just wouldn't know
Yeah.
any of them.
Yeah, he also knew the story of Ragnarok as well. Unlike some, he seemed excited for it.
Betty.
All right. But after a breakfast of making fun of astrology,
How dare you?
Oh wait, can he read Cam's astrology?
I mean, do you want to try and read a fortune for him? Are you
Considering
asking?
the last couple of times I read fortunes, I don't want to.
Oh, in that case, I very much want you to.
No, I do not want to.
And I very much want you
Alright,
to.
I just want to picture how this is going in character. If he has, like, alright, Danny, can you read Cam's?
No,
like,
in
you
character,
tell us
I ain't doing
what
anything. Much like Thaddeus is in character, isn't doing anything. This is on above table.
But it sounds like Salt is now asking in character.
Salt is asking in character. Alright, so you said you can see the stars. Alright, Cam here has been very curious, obviously. Can you say what the stars have in store for him in the next... Well, look at what we're dealing with. To the end of the event.
This is breakfast. The stars aren't out.
Danny, there
It's
is
kind of
another
hard
way.
to read the sun.
Did you just pull an El Dorado on me?
Yeah, what year is that?
Danny, there is another way your people help others see visions.
And that would be
Through some of your plant expertise.
yes. I do have a way to help.
Oh.
But considering previous dealings, I don't think you'd be up for it.
Explain.
So I talked about how we have a slight connection to the witch. That is my god's wife. Right?
Uh-huh.
So through that connection, we can help other people see their visions through this. I say I have to pull out a little joint.
Huh.
Couple puffs and maybe you'll see your future. You'll see the stars at least. We can help you out.
And
If
this
I'm-
is an actual thing, you're not just trying to whatever that
No.
does people for fun.
No, you think I would joke about this? Of course not.
You're carrying a rabbit around. A very dangerous
A rabbit that
world.
actively speaks to me.
Does he?
I mean, he can speak more than I say, gesturing towards Salzburg.
That bird says a lot.
It
I was
says a
going to
lot,
say,
but
those
I
fighting
can't
words.
understand
I
a
want to,
word.
like, do you want to start this, Dan? Do you want to start a fight with him?
Like right now, I'm on Team Bird. Just like
Bird says a lot. I can't understand a word Bird says.
you're not
Unless he's
listening.
actively saying call. In which case, he's
Call.
just messing with us. And I don't know.
Bird says a lot. You're not listening. I just think back to fucking last night.
I feel like you might have just made an enemy, Danny. Just saying.
How so? I haven't insulted anyone. I'm just saying I can understand what Peter says. I can't understand what the Bird says. Peter says a lot in words I understand.
Like
Please speak,
what?
Peter. Okay.
Like what?
Conversation.
What do they say?
Words talk about things that are going on.
In what
Words.
way?
In the same way that you talk about things that are going on. Like now. Is that weird? Or hard to wrap your mind around?
In the same way? As in they actively have objective thoughts and opinions? Not like they're just along for the ride, glad you didn't eat me?
Oh, I have to say, pretty similar way. Glad to be exploring the world. I mean, I can ask him specifically what he's thinking about now if you want. I just have to go get him, I think. You know what? I'm gonna go do that. Robert, I'm
Yeah,
gasping for
very-
exam, and I'm gonna go find Peter.
Peter is currently sleeping in your bag, Danny.
Never mind, I don't want to wake him up.
You open the bag. Bunny is asleep.
He's resting right now, so the next time he's awake, then I'll translate for you. Okay?
Alright. Well, your fucking vision thing sounds like a whole commitment.
Only for the next, 12, 16, 20 hours. It's a bad day. It's not too long for, a vision of your future or past or present.
Well, it
Really
does,
depends on the person.
it does mean that you need to handle the immediacies before you undertake such a thing.
I mean, is anything else going on today?
Not yet. But if we're discussing...
It's down. Like it could happen.
I'm stuck at 0 for most things, as I described to you last night. If such a thing even offers a chance at it, I feel as though I must take it. But since we are discussing things, I figure it may as well turn to Valfjof as well. You seem inundated with the holy essence of something, yet I haven't seen you pray or be particularly religious. Any idea what's up with that? Medina slash Valfjof.
He's adjusting mic or something. I saw it flash.
Is it coming through?
Hello.
Ah.
Oh, heard that.
Messing up now, is it? Am I coming through?
Seems to be.
You are now.
Okay.
You having mic problems?
Oh, it came unplugged a little bit. I was wiggling around.
Ah.
Ah.
And,
Were you able to hear what Arik asked?
oh, yeah.
And Val's response? Oh no, the mic
Alright.
might have been weird with the rim
I guess some mysteries must remain mystery. Okay.
Something for the gods.
Maybe that tone of voice is not the one you want to use. Is a bit cut you out of the Discord volume.
It's a little too low. Yeah. Because if you're speaking
really
now,
think
we can't.
I didn't really think about how that would have been, but I think it was good.
That's a Robert question.
Yeah, that was a.
Say that again. It's kind of hard to hear you now.
Never really thought about the how he would pretty was good.
Oh. Well, I mean, a lot of the time it's, well, how a lot of the Norse gods are, a lot of the times it's, sometimes you ask for their boons, you don't demand things, that's how you get fuckers that physically come down there and, smack people around.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I know it's like it's a different type of praying for the most part. Like, grant me strength, please, stuff like that.
Sometimes it's, you have your festivals, you leave offerings at times a year, but a lot of it's more of the trying not to cross them.
You do things for them, you don't ask of it.
I simply have not seen anything be in the name of or heard any such things.
I heard a noise. I did not hear.
He grunted in
word
our
was.
general direction.
Okay.
I choose law and justice.
It's
Yeah.
been a while.
Are the ones who recognized my necklace? Which one of them actually do they know of? Like they know the gods, but do they know the exact one that I actually represent? Right too.
Danny seeing the symbol should recognize.
My god. It's war, law, justice.
You were under tier, right?
Yep. Here. Order. Yeah.
You speak of it as such a passive thing, yet it seems to have blessed you uniquely. Any idea why?
We fight mostly for our gods. Praying comes a little bit different. Do our offerings, festivals, celebrating the names.
You still speak of it distantly. Any idea why you have been chosen? Or even when? I
It is
assume
the
it
will
was
of the
birth.
gods. They're giving gifts in their name. When the time comes, we shall see what the gift was for.
Okay.
As long as we fight and fight in our God's will, our gift shall not be put to waste, and we shall not be stricken down if we use it in such a way that opposes our gods. If that makes sense.
Wait, so people are faking being gods? Posing as gods?
Just posing as a god.
What was the last bit? What was the last bit? I'm so sorry.
Who was posing as a god?
I might have misheard something because sometimes your thing comes in a little iffy on my side too.
You need to
Sorry.
commit to the
I thought
microphone.
you said somebody was.
Oh, no, just not using our gifts in a way that would oppose our gods.
Oh, and a pose. Okay, it came across as someone posing. I was confused. I apologize. I misheard again.
Oh, gotcha.
You said someone was posing as a god. I was just over here like sitting here like, who the fuck is that stupid? Never mind. Misheard things. Backtrack.
Very well, that does provide an understanding.
It all sounds like a mess to me. Not gonna lie.
Those who are given gifts and blessings. I do not question why.
His viewpoint denotes one of absolute trust in it, not of understanding.
It is by their will. And at some point we will find its true purpose.
I also heard that from a con man.
He reminds me why I did not take up with the clerics. Though admittedly right now it would have made my life so much easier.
Yeah, but that one-time convenience for the rest of it.
It's something I would rather not experience.
Understandable. Kind of the same way on that. Saw the whole thing and just not me. I backed off slowly. Out the window and left.
I feel like the out the window part of that sentence was unnecessary.
Have you ever
No, it
dealt
was
with a
very
church?
necessary. Have you never? You came from a commune of nice, peaceful people who get high. I had to run because some people are very insistent, which I feel like Cam here can understand.
I come at it from a different angle, but unless I'm to be questioned, I do not believe I should go over that.
Are you saying there isn't a god that you worship?
Who are
Or
you
faith
asking
that
that
you
to
keep?
me?
Well, really, either of you, because you ran away from one. This is what it sounds like.
Oh, I just ran away from the clergy. I didn't enjoy that whole situation, and no, I don't really worship any of the deities.
This might sound weird, but I have to ask, why not?
We're having these conversations, Robert. There's nothing you can do about it.
No, I laughed. I laughed because I had the picture of the
My brain just went to down the mountain.
The draconic pantheon in Salt's Land. So, like, flashback of like gigantic dragon head style, like cleansing the land in fire. Salt.
You know,
bears.
there were a few things.
You?
Oh,
You
no.
know, I've lived long enough to not really have faith that they're going to make choices for me. That.
And Eric, I'm completely fine with these conversations.
Gods themselves with the clergy. The clergy should look out for the members of the clergy. Like, I feel like that's their description, is it not?
No, the members of a clergy are dedicated to following a deity's wills and wishes, not each other. That's a key difference, I think, that you're forgetting.
Those two things
It
aren't
can be
mutually
taking
exclusive.
care of each other, but it does not have to.
Unless they are, of course. Which they could be.
They could be.
Every now and then ours would split into factions, and then whichever one was the most powerful oftentimes consume the weaker ones.
Do you mean that literally or figuratively?
I shrug.
Yes.
I mean this in the nicest way, but I'm kind of glad I didn't grow up in your kind of area.
You specifically as you are? You would serve a purpose.
And I don't like how you said that.
You should.
Unless it's a good purpose, in which case... Cool. Thank you.
A good purpose is subjective.
Everyone wants to have their own purpose in life. The God-given purpose is just even better.
It does get easier if you just assume whatever you do will eventually make that purpose apparent. Indicating toward Valyaf after his explanation.
This is also the guy who's okay with dying at any given moment.
Well, of course, if you
Like,
believe
it's in a
in...
fight. No offense, Val, but like that's kind of something you've said.
If you believe in the larger will, such a thing is their plan.
What if their plan's like really embarrassing for you?
Then, as long as it serves the purpose of the Greaters, that's their plan. That is why I did not join the clergy.
Matt's having a real hard time not bursting into a random musical song that fits this moment way too well.
El Dorado's another place.
Okay. So we can't do. Half of us agree that we're not doing the deity thing. Half of us are doing the deity thing. I'm kind of jealous how much the deity people here aren't bothered by the end of everything.
Trusting
Well, at
in
least this
their will
world.
does do a certain thing. But I do not think you can lump me outside of with the deity thing. I apologize. I know you
Okay,
wish
yeah, but like
to
you're not
find
like a
solidarity.
belief following the deity blindness kind of thing.
No. Arguably, though, mine's much worse.
Just need to have a little bit of more faith. It'll do you well. And then everything will turn out fine. And you won't have any problems. Makes life so much easier.
I'm not sure that's true. Well, easier I have to give you, but... meaning.
Better?
I didn't say better, I said easier. And turn out fine.
Don't worry.
Just be happy. Everything will turn out fine.
Perhaps my upbringing was too competitive to have such a outlook.
Alright.
But if we're done there, with all of our ruminating on the subject, then if you would be willing, I am willing to undertake this, I don't want to call it a ritual, but experience you have offered.
Alright.
I mean,
I need to-
exactly the wrong word.
I need to step away for one moment, but feel free to keep talking in character. Well, Kamak still gets past the blunt. I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna, my phone will be on with me. I'm just gonna have it muted, so I'll be able to hear what you're saying. Just need to step away for a moment.
You really timed that to where it's time for your fucking input.
Yeah, I was trying to wait for you guys to finish up what you were on, and I thought it was about to be fast forward time, but there's one more thing.
Got to go rambling.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hurry and run before they
Put the
realize
talk
it's
on the
my turn on
table.
the chopping block. So I don't know how that's gonna go.
You don't know how what's gonna go?
Nothing.
Oh, Cam's about to go on a journey, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that one. As weird as it sounds.
That's fair.
Your questions, though, they scare me.
Whose questions?
Yes. Because everybody else here has nice,
Alright.
happy little gods.
A nice chill little god. Well, not little.
Yeah, somebody here has still come to. Apparently, there's our two character deities, no?
I don't know about yours, but I know mine aren't friendly.
Oh my! But no, they're not good.
Until they're angered.
But you and your character can view it from a point of this is a thing that exists, but it's not my bag. Cam, it's his bag.
Cannot. I know.
He was literally born into it and indoctrinated into it.
I am literally the only person here without a divine tie-in, I just realized.
Literally a celestial sorcerer. It's
Yup.
in the blood.
A celestial sorcerer and 2 clerics and a crocodile walking to the bar.
Well, he's a paladin.
I am a paladin.
Oh,
I'm back.
I don't heal is good.
paladin, a cleric, and a salt walking to a bar.
You know, that's probably the most accurate way you could have said that. Genuinely.
I didn't have any other descriptor.
Sorry, my dad.
It's the
my
most
dad's back
accurate
in
and
the arms,
important
so I
one.
had to go to the-
What?
But I'm back. So, what?
Nice.
What?
Nice.
All right, passing Kamax with a blonde.
Passing.
Are you
connect-
lighting it? Are you lighting it for him?
Yes, of course. Little green flame. Slap
Don't
on
need
the, my finger.
Didn't want to risk the awkward chance of him just eating it.
Nom nom nom.
Yes. Inhale deeply a couple of times. You will know when it's working.
Now follow instructions.
All right. Give me a high or low, even or odd.
Low odd.
Low odd. All right, Thad.
Yes.
I'll let you pick which dice I'm using for this. The root beer one has been picked a lot. So we got mint green, pink, blueberry, or a strange green mixed with pink.
The green mixed with pink.
All right. It's the least used one.
I use green magic. Cam uses red magic is the closest. I think.
All right, and you said low odd?
Yeah.
14.
It is neither.
All right.
My god has fucked
So-
this up.
You take a few puffs, and it takes a few minutes to kick in. You're starting to mellow out and relax. You know, lean back some. It's early morning. There's a couple stars you can see in the sky, like barely, like, you know, like the few very brightest ones there linger. The moon's faintly in the sky still. As for the immediacy, you can see why his people do this. Okay, it's nice. That's relaxing. Kind of chill out, take a load off. And a couple more minutes go by, as from your perspective, it looks like the sky is going back in time in terms of it's going from morning back to night. Like the sun's setting back down and the stars are coming back up. For the others' perspectives, you guys can see his eyes have gone wide for a moment, as he's just kind of staring fixated at the sky.
They now believe me to be non-venomous.
But through the course of essentially resetting back to night, all the stars in the night sky sit there and shimmer beautifully for a moment. As they sit there and sparkle, as you can almost start to make out shapes. It feels like your vision has blurred some. A few moments pass as it feels almost like everything's getting closer, or like the darkness in the sky is like a net being cast down upon you. The stars grow further and wider apart from each other, spreading until there's almost nothing left except for that deep midnight blue. Once fully engulfed by this midnight blue, you almost have that same cold sensation of being plunged into the ocean and drug along, as events happening very fast throughout your head to where it's hard to tell what's going on. It's all a blur, but it's like you're getting a flash of a past from your people. As you see very quickly like flashes of mausoleums having been built, entire ziggurats and pyramids set aside specifically for various deities, as you see bits of your people sacrificing others as essentially what you recognize as a few carved-in kings of past, sitting there and having gained immense magical power through sacrifice of others. As more power grows and spreads, you however see civil wars of your people's past, all just going by and fast forward the mass bloodshed between your own people as the division of which deity is the one to follow, with winning tribes quite literally consuming, either consuming or enslaving the losers, along with taking their assets, destroying what they have and converting it to theirs, before eventually at some point a lot of these powers seem to have just stopped working or waning as things have gone on a decline. It feels like the bloodlines have been getting weaker and weaker rather than stronger and stronger as they should, as it seems like each king, each emperor is not as strong as history has led you to believe. It is in the darkness of the background, in deep fires that looks like shadows of snakes sit there and crawl up various Yuan-ti that have been infused various stages of metamorphosis. As the dark snakes in the shadows crawl upon them, it's not that it's more of like they bite and almost wiggle in, like the shadows leap from their bodies into the air and go into them. Is you see each of them grow old, be killed by their own people taken over. Or the ones that, didn't quite live to grow old, simply dethroned quickly. As you sit there and see just the cycle of cannibalism consume over and over. For what feels like just a timeless amount of period passing is hard to describe, of just how long it feels like you've seen things. As it seems to go even further back to a very brief point to where they had not been killing. It's, well, killing, but not cannibalizing and sacrificing upon each other. As you see dark snakes leave a few bodies, as it looks to be like there was some kind of other similar lizard folk. Hard to... It's that uncanny valley feeling of they look similar, but you recognize they're not your people. Along with a shorter and stubbier kind of lizard kind, and what looks to be some kind of frog people. A more united, scaly kind of a much more honestly looking prosperable land of gold, of everything in wealth and riches. They don't seem as militaristically powerful in terms of divided, but it is not the same land of blood and sacrifice, you know, as you very briefly see upon one of the altars that rather than sacrifice, they are merely burning some kind of offering. And very faintly, it looks to be a great snake, similar to how it's a popolotl would shimmer and manifest, except not a little noodle, instead hundreds of feet across the sky, very briefly letting out a single drop of water into some kind of gilded, golden, large chalice, but upscaled to look like a normal person would need to hoist it up. Like, it almost looks like the size of a potting plant, or a large potted plant picture in terms of is big, but filled with this liquid that sits there and shimmers almost like a rainbow oil color for a moment, as your perspective is almost shoved into what appears to be the priest as they lean their head in and take a sip. You feel power, rejuvenated, like years of stress have been taken off of you for a brief moment. As you blink again, and you are back into what you're more familiar with under the night sky, smelling of smoke and blood. In this case, it is a stone altar that has been hollowed out as the blood of multiple sacrificed have been pulled together. Your face just engorged in it. You feel the metallic, just pungent blood go down your throat warm, and it burns through your veins. It's a different kind of power. It's raw. It's primal. For someone of your nature, or your people, what you've been trained to, this feels good, this feels right, but at the same time, like those shadows of snakes, you can feel creeping into your body, almost like it's more than your body can handle, and it will tear you apart from the inside out. As the figure reaches in for another gulp, your eyes head back into that darkness. As you blink, and you are what feels to be blinded by the sunlight once more. For everyone else, it's been like 5 minutes, and he blinked and just kind of, how does Kamak still react to coming back to the sunlight from that?
Said they were leaned back, so probably just leaning a bit too far back and flumping over.
All right. Matt, you're muted if you want to say anything. The vision is over.
Oh no, I was just giving Cam a second to do something.
Okay. Cam,
Besides blink.
You blink and you fall back onto the ground. Things are real again. You can feel the cool sand on your back. Cool air once again on your skin. Time is, you're still feeling some effects. Things are a little foggy for you, but everything is not in a constant blur of information.
Just lying on the ground while they try to incorporate.
Evan's there, sitting there, waiting to give him some water. When he
Turning
remembers his
knowledge from read-only to encoded.
Ka!
So he took a trip.
I fell over.
And he fell.
Hmm.
How long would you like to lay there and recover?
He's just gonna sit there and
Nope, never
compile information and think on things until somebody goes near or it, like, gets excessive.
Sounds like
Just kind of like
solid.
wave a hand vaguely in front of his general, like, not like directly in his face, but just in the vicinity, like, oh, did he fry you with this? Are you still here with us? See a god.
Is who a god?
Or did you see what is who?
I thought you said is he. Not
No.
did you see?
Did you see? Did you see? Sorry.
Oddly, potentially, but not one I immediately recognized.
This sounds bad.
As though there were something that everything else simply tried to emulate and be a vestige of. But unless you've heard of any tales of some unmolested city of gold, I doubt I'm going to find anything on it. But if you've heard tales of a molested
Do I
city
know
of
any
gold,
cities of
perhaps...
gold?
Because I'm going to assume it didn't look like the region where he came from. If anything, it might be like older and abandoned and elsewhere in the same like continent, but not like that city.
It looked similar, but not where you'd be familiar with. It looked obvious. It looked obviously of like similar design of how your people build, but the
Yeah, but
location
not
was
like,
weird.
oh, that's that mountain, or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, nowhere you'd directly recognize.
And I don't think you mentioned any of the plants or whatnot to give me like a general.
No, you were mostly just dead in the middle of the stone architecture.
Yeah, so all I've got is City of Gold, but that's gonna be fucked.
Do I know of a city of gold?
Give me a history check.
Let's go. Okay, I can at least roll for it.
Same question?
What, Tad?
That's the same question. Is there a city of gold that's in our mythology?
I don't believe North mythology has a city of gold.
Well, sir, that is a
Think it
20.
might have.
What, Matt?
That is a natural 20 for a 22, which is not good because there's a fight coming.
Wait, there's a fight going, what?
I said I got a natural 20 for a 22, which is not good for me because there is a fight upcoming.
Oh, fight upcoming. I thought you said fight ongoing. It's like someone fighting outside the apartment.
Oh yeah, it just happened. Don't worry about it.
Val flashes by, body slamming someone off the top of the roof. And by that I mean the roof.
But, so, from your lands, if there had been a city of gold, one, there's a dragon that owns and has it hidden, if it's even real. Two, 99% of the time, that is told as a tale to either swindle people, to sell them stuff involving the swindling, or to lead them into a death trap for either sacrifice or just taking their shit. There are old tales, but you can't confirm if they're actually real just due to how old they are, and it is completely possible, it is 100% completely possible that one of the ancient dragons quite literally took a city of gold and is hiding it as their secret lair. But if so, it's their secret lair, and good luck with that, if it's even real.
But regardless of the city, it seems as though at one point in time there was some sort of a ritual occurred with giant serpentine deity. I'm going to assume it was a deity across the sky. If I had to make an assumption, I would say most other things then attempted to ape upon it, given the things that I saw. But finding the true essence of that, especially with everything else copying it, sounds nightmarish. Especially if the city was in fact made of gold, because if so, it's wandered off by now.
Also, you're kind of hungry now too, Cam.
That'll be fixed whenever it's lunchtime. Or if his rabbit's not looking very careful.
I would have gone and got him some snacks. Steak man.
Have a good berry.
Steak man should not what?
Should not eat with a rabbit. Rabbit best stay safe from the steak man. Rabbit's sleeping in the bag.
Is anyone else taking the booth?
I think I'm alright.
I shall take the.
You take a few puffs and you don't necessarily end up going on a spiritual journey. You're just having a good time. Yeah. This is about what you're used to. It's just some really good quality shit. It's your people trade around usually if you're gonna go on a spirit journey trip, you get the dried mushrooms. Salt? Well, for everyone else, it doesn't look like Val over there is going on a complete trip. He looks to just be having a good time.
All right then.
All right. In between the smoke session, or after the smoke session, do we have any more topics?
None for me.
Curiosities.
I look disgruntled, but I'm not saying anything.
Information has been acquired. Ah, fuck. This is gonna be really hard, actually. Information about information.
It's information about information.
It's information that has left you with more questions. But, so, Towards the as things have been going on though, so people have been trickling in thoroughly. I'll say various sets of adventurers. Pretty much, it's become a group effort throughout the days to essentially make essentially remake barricades that have been left there from times before to ward off if anything got close to town. It's been a very long time since things actually escalated and made it to the town itself. It seems to be more of, from information that could easily be gathered around, that they tend to actually have enough people to restrain what's going on, and that things tend to die out by dawn. So as long as defense can be held, usually things have been good, and setting up both walls and barricades are usually pretty good at that. But through people taking time with a little bit of deforestation to make some efforts to refresh the old fortifications. There is, on the day before, evening before, a group of men on horseback riding through town, or coming into town, that looks significantly much more distinguished than many of the others, much more well off. First of all, their horses themselves actually have what seem to be a high-quality armor of them, also looking to be a good thoroughbred war horse, as the figures are also wealthy off enough to be clad in full plate. Is probably you guys helping out actually with fortifications around. Val.
Yes. Yes.
I say, helping with fortification throughout the week. Carrying a load of lumber just over your shoulder. The figure, you're obviously able to hear the galloping to see these figures coming in. Is fully clad in plate armor, having a crest on the shield you're not quite familiar with, that's on their saddled at their side. They undo part of their visor to where you can see their eyes. You could see a little lock of blonde hair, but just deep blue piercing eyes. As they take a moment. You there?
Yes.
Could have swore I've seen a face like yours within the past few weeks. You of the Storm Mound?
That would be, yes.
Ah. You do look a lot like your brother then.
Oh. Where have you seen him? Which brother? Well.
I don't know all of your brothers, but we got into a bit of a gentleman's disagreement, and then had a few drinks afterwards. But he asked if I saw someone that looked a lot like him, that I'd probably know it. As well, you're quite a head taller than most people around, at least. But he gives his regards and says he should be along the northern coast for some time, researching into the Giantkin.
Ah, that one. Yeah, it's good. It's good. He seems like he's doing well. I want to say that was Rudolph.
Oops. Yes. But it seems that fortification is underway here. We have heard the rumors of what is going on and have graciously come to lend a hand, as all of you should be thankful that His Majesty has permitted us to come here. So, in the good name of King Frederick, I, High Knight Dante, am at the aid of this town until after this scourge has been laid waste to.
Understood.
As he almost has a bit of, finishing taking off his helmet and letting out just a lofty blonde mane flow out for a moment. You could see he's got a full, chiseled jawline, high cheekbones. It looks around a moment. What? Is there no help here to simply just take one's stuff? We expected to do it upon our own?
Is that directed towards us?
Kind of more just in general. To people around.
How much bags do they have?
It looks like each of the three men here have a decent amount of baggage on their horses.
How many until the event?
Tomorrow night.
Never mind. Just wanted to make sure I had the day count right. Never mind.
Yeah, this is the day. This is the day before. So it's not tonight.
Nope, that's fair.
Yeah, it's not tonight. It's tomorrow night.
Never mind.
All right, understand. People don't work for free, so a gold coin for who can take our luggage, escort us to the nearest place where we may discuss things with who is in charge, so we may properly lend our aid. At the mention of coin, one of your grave robber friends there proceeds to set down what he was carrying and immediately proceed to start helping them.
Was that the one with student loans?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, right this way, Sir Dante. There's that assault. You can see that immediate kind of scrunch on the guy's face of disdain. Dante. Alright, Sir Dante. Anyways, this way. Let's lead them off.
Anything for a coin, huh? Just to them, just like to the party here as those guys walk off.
Guess so.
I mean, I guess in fairness, loans don't pay themselves.
Saul will notice I'm back in my normal human aesthetic.
All right. And unless anyone has anything they wish to do, The rest of that day becomes slightly more insufferable as they try to take charge of something that already seemed like it was going rather well. As
They made a simple task.
a few of the like, it seemed like the mercenaries that were in charge before had a pretty good idea of what they were doing in terms of just, yeah, okay, so we're gonna build fortifications, we're gonna get our defense line going up, we're gonna have things set up this way. Like, if anyone has a better idea, we'll listen. And it had been a few days, so everyone agreed upon pretty much just, we'll set up fortifications, we'll have a proper line of defense. If things get by, we can worry about it from there. Have a back line of defense. It's easy. Oftentimes, it's easier to defend a place than siege forward, especially when you do not know the numbers. And asshats come by, trying to bark orders and change things that have been going on, complicating things more. Night falls.
Can I just have the bird shit on one of them as it flies overhead?
Absolutely.
Good.
They try to shoot your.
I feel like it needs to happen.
One of them pulls a bow out and tries to shoot your bird out of the sky. But
I put my hand on his shoulder.
It is a good bird.
Why would you dirty one of our few sets of armor?
That is, the sign of good luck. I kind of squeeze the shoulder just a little bit.
The crows are one of your people's gods of death. Well, psychopomp for delivery of it. I'd prefer not to be involved in any of that.
We believe in. You believe in.
I've seen the vigor your people fight with believing it. I'd rather not take a chance.
That's one bird you don't want to cross. Don't shoot.
Lands back on Salt's shoulder. Ka.
Just trying to look at the bird. Is just that look that just says, "You know what you just did, you motherfucker."
It's one of those you slowly turn your eye towards it and it just turns your head slow, like at the same pace matching yours towards you.
Just like you had to come back right away moment.
Ka.
Just gonna pretend like I don't notice. Just gonna keep moving on. No, don't want to give these guys any hint.
Once again, you receive that look of just disgust for a moment. Before very briefly they take a breath.
That was a bad idea.
Can put away my disdain for now. More important things to be at hand.
I'll let go of his shoulder. Alright.
Did I do something? I just want to lean over to Danny here. Actually, I'll wait for Val when they leave.
Yeah. So they carry on their way.
So, like, am I missing something? Did I do something to them? Did my people do something to them?
No. That was He sees the crows as an ill omen, fingers of death because of my people.
Yeah, but it wasn't the crow that he gave the look of disgust at there. I have been looked at many times with disgust, but I at least usually know what I did to earn it.
And he probably thinks it's the old bird that shit on him.
Yeah, that did not help. No, I did not think they would, land right back on my shoulder. That didn't help any.
It sits there and kind of like bobs its head in a circle.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. I'm aware. Yes. Kirk. But also good shot.
Yes. But as night falls, people getting settled in before bed, as if you're just getting settled in before darkness to get ready to have supper and go to bed. There is one rather strange fellow that saunders into town, and Salt, Cam, it doesn't look like either one of your people, but it definitely looks scaly folk of some kind, as just under 6 foot, looking absolutely emaciated, like leathery skin to the bone, seeing their ribs, the indent of the stomach, in walking with what looks to be a old wooden staff having some kind of just jet black onyx spear in it, about the size of a baseball. Of their skin being a just very ashen, well, their scales being a very dark ashen gray, with their head looking, think very Dark Souls 3, like goat dragon-esque. Would you take the draconic form from that? Having just very weird, narrow reptilian head, sunken in eyes with almost goat-like horns that sit there and kind of scrawl out both scraggly and wild.
Just lean over to Cam. That's not one of your people, right?
No.
Just checking.
And
I'm a little creeped out.
Ours are typically either full noodle or this.
And as they approach, getting towards you two, as they sit there and take a moment and hold a hand, as you hear one of those rough, old, just dusty coughs that sounds like there's something in their lungs. As they take kind of an uncomfortably long time coughing there for a moment before hawking something on the ground. Excuse me, gentlemen. This is Fezadun, correct?
Yeah.
Taking a half step away from the loogie spot.
Ah, good, I've made it in time. Yes. Judging by the moon, the blood wound should be tomorrow night. You kind of just, as they're standing about 10 feet away from you, kind of leaning on their cane, the air around them feels colder itself as it kind of pricks up that chill up your spine while they're speaking. That little bit of danger sense. So,
Here to hell?
no dive. My fighting days are over. I'm here to observe. There's something I've wanted to see in this land for quite some time, and the recent events with the man in the sky, speaking of, reinvigorated my curiosities.
If I may inquire, what are you looking for?
Well, I'm curious of what has painted the land here in that supposed necromancy. I'm not a practitioner myself, but I am curious of the magics around it that constantly have a land curse to reanimate dead every arbitrary amount of time with the moon. And I also am curious about, as you can see into just like small, like beady reptilian eyes, just thoroughly examining the both of you as he's saying this. Wish to see the people that risk their lives for the endeavors to halt this curse.
Well, halting the curse is a good thing.
Are you seeking a hero or something simply powerful?
I wish to try and learn the reasons why people are risking their lives here. Through a bit of observation, I might understand, but this small little dirt town doesn't seem like much. Especially not for men and women to come and risk their life for hundreds of years. This is not some large city, some capital of life. There's no important god or deity or spirit of the land enshrined here that is viewed as important and must be protected at all costs. This just seems to be a spot on the map that you could easily forget. If your kind is similar to mine, it must perplex you some of why they're defending this place so readily every time.
He's saying that to me whilst I am in normal human form?
No, this is addressed to Salt,
Okay.
who is a crocodile person.
I find the heroics of it stupid. But also letting the undead run rampant at any given time usually ends pretty poorly, and if you don't do something about it now or stop it from spreading worse, it tends to fade into more prolific problems.
If it were such a problem, though, surely it seems that outside help would come and do something about sanctifying the land.
If you can.
Either that or the town folk would move away. This is fine farming land from what I've heard. I understand picking up your life and moving somewhere else isn't easy, but a little hardship usually builds some character.
No, I've had the same thought of why they didn't move. But people don't make sense a lot of times, and a lot of times they'll just be stubborn as hell.
Yes, the warm-blooded ones have seemed to have been like that.
It's not just warm-blooded ones, but yeah. I don't know if this is going to help you understand. I'm going to be honest. This is just going to be a bad day, I feel like.
Hmm. It will be knowledge gained, at least. Is this
Prepare to be
lodging?
confused, I guess.
Is this lodging where the champions of this land are staying?
Champions is a strong word, but yeah.
May I enter?
It's open to anybody coming for the event, as far as I know.
If it matters, we're not the proprietor.
Yeah, there's also that. That's what I said, as far as I know.
Well, gentlemen, I won't take up any more of your time unless you wish to seek me out and speak upon matters.
What time is it currently? Is the sun up?
It's
Medina.
Dusk. It's nightfall's occurring.
Mm-hmm.
That had all the energy of you sitting there with a necklace of garlic holding a steak.
As soon as I heard, may I enter?
Do you have something for Val?
No, I don't think he would know of that. That's an above game thing.
He moseys on at a bit of a slow pace, just walking cane in hand. Something to note, he does not appear to have any baggage or storage on him.
So old, decrepit-looking man who's sickly made it here with no baggage.
He's over there with a bathtub and a cross.
This is absolutely a dozen red flag.
Sir, you have no baggage. How far did you come? How far was your travels?
Do you wish for the short story or the long?
The short will be fine. We can get to the long later.
I feel like Val caught him before he entered the establishment, but after he walked away from Cam and
It's like
Salt.
It's like walking up the steps to go to the front door type deal, I feel like.
Yeah, I just noticed that. The moment's like, he doesn't have any bags. I'm gonna go talk to this man.
Yes. Well, I have been roughly walking on foot for roughly a month and a half.
How have you been sustaining yourself, sir?
Magic. I no longer need to eat or drink like most people do. And he plucks a blade of grass out of the ground and holds it for a second. As you see, the light is dim, so you can't really see the color fade per se, but you're able to see what was once a still relatively, healthy piece of grass, because, it's fall. It's the earlier part of fall. The grass isn't cold and, snow covered and dying yet. And it takes this healthy blade of grass as you watch it sit there and practically turn to dust in the wind.
That's magic I haven't seen before.
I have not seen it else in this land otherwise, but I am not here to do harm to anyone of this land, or this area, at least, unless I need self-defense. I am here to, like I said, observe. Although I guess you wouldn't have been able to hear that from the distance there. Not everyone's senses are magically heightened, I suppose.
You'd be correct.
But I do not plan on fighting. I'm here merely to just observe and learn.
I guess that's fine. No harm in that.
Your people are strange to me, so I wish to figure them out somewhat.
But
At
it
least
wasn't the Northman, or just
What?
my people, as in where I'm from, or
Sir, I do not know where you are from. I refer to the non-scaly kind, which seem to mostly inhabit this land.
I understand you now. All right. I won't keep you any longer.
Yes. Yes. He gives you a curt nod and continues slowly up the stairs and opens up the door and enters. Danny?
Danny?
Peter, in the presence of this reptoid, humanoid figure, Danny shudders in their presence.
My immediate instincts to ask what's going on.
Yeah. Val and the others were outside, just, you inside just feeding Danny for the night, sitting there feeding him some carrots. As this weird, just emaciated dragonborn-esque figure walking in. Peter pretty much immediately stops what he was doing to try and get back to in your bag.
Is it very clear that he's reacting to Dragonborn dude?
Danny hasn't really reacted this way before, but the moment this guy entered the door, as you see him go to the front, as you're able to see him go to the front desk and essentially briefly talk for a moment before putting a couple coins on the desk and speaking briefly. And then he just goes and stands against, pretty much leans against one of the walls, propping himself up with his cane. And is just unblinkingly staring down at the lodging, of just being able to see everyone in there. By the time that Val, you and the other three finish up what you're doing outside, to come in, he's just standing there unblinking, looking down, just watching everyone that's getting ready for bed, essentially.
He doesn't look like he's going to sleep, right?
He looks like a statue there, standing, unmoving. It doesn't even look like he's breathing.
How far away is he?
He's only a few feet from when you open the door.
He's just standing
I
there.
think to myself, menacingly.
He said he was here to observe. He's observing.
Damn it, it's fucking creepy.
Are you gonna say anything to him, like as you're walking in, or just acknowledge his presence there?
How about that? Excuse me, sir.
I didn't know. I wasn't able to understand that.
Sound like I was kind of almost like bumping into him coming in.
Yeah.
Like, oops.
Yeah,
Ah.
pretty much.
Sorry about that. Excuse me, sir.
He'll just like take one like slightly long step over, like away from the door, and resettle himself.
Going to look up this spell. See
That
if I
Getting
had
cut out.
That cut out completely.
Oh. I'm just assuming if I have to look at somebody for this to actually work.
Your divine sense?
Yep.
I don't think you have to look at them. I think it's just an AoE.
Okay. Gonna just activate that. Well, because I didn't want to look at it when I do because it make my eyes flicker. How I put it.
Looking away from him when you do it.
It's like walking past him. It's like, oh, sorry, excuse me. As I'm like, the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. Double checking. Where are we at? Divine sense. Yeah, no, you know the location of celestial fiend or undead, not behind total cover. He's standing completely in the open. You know the type, if it's celestial fiend or undead, and being a presence as a
Know the identity.
Yeah, you don't know the identity, and detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated. Yeah. So you get say there is a foul odor about. Not like sulfur of the hells, but just of rot and decay. Like something, it's that sickening, sweetly pungent smell of something freshly dead, starting to ferment a little. As such, you're able to detect that it seems like that per se, it says detect the presence of any place or object that has been desecrated. It seems like he himself has been desecrated.
Oh no.
Oddly enough, not the staff he's holding, though. Just very specifically him.
Seems like he has good hearing. I'm gonna keep that to myself for right now until I can talk to the people at a far enough distance away.
Speaking of it, were we able to overhear that part, since I imagine he really wasn't that far away?
Over here, which part?
When they said heightened senses, magical, blah blah.
It was dark. It was dark. It's getting towards dark, so you guys would have been heading back. So yeah, you probably would have been able to hear that.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are coming. You guys are coming in. Val pops that. You guys are coming in behind him.
Definitely see the flicker. They're looking at me.
Danny's over there. Well, with a partially eaten carrot, as Peter has scurried back into Danny's bag. It looks like where you guys were laying.
Just here wondering what's up with that weird dude. Keeping an eye on him.
As Val, people are regrouped, but you're not sure how far that heightened sense travels.
Attracts all sorts, it seems.
Also, Matt, you are muted if you wish to say anything.
Is it getting like late, or is it like?
I don't, because I heard the whole thing of enhanced sense.
It's dusk. You're like within the last 15-20 minutes of light here.
Oh. There's nothing better to do. Can I cast Speak with Animal?
Can you cast what animal?
Speak with Animals?
Speak with animal? You can cast Speak with animal. Yeah.
Oh. You okay, Peter? Is everything alright?
That thing over there. Do you not sense its hunger?
I'm gonna say no. Hunger? What thing?
Just like a wolf or a bear. It has not eaten. You can see it and you know. It's looking at everything like it's prey.
I feel as though I should calmly remind you, as you're nearby me, that everything you say is still in common.
Previously, everything I was saying was in horse speak. So I assumed... Oh, I'm speaking rabbit speak right now.
Yeah. Danny's making rabbit noises.
Then I had forgotten that the spell was edited thusly. Ignore me.
Yeah, Danny's making rabbit noises. Yeah.
I really don't know what you mean.
Like, I mean, Danny, you could kind of feel just like the air in this place since he's entered. It's not a draft from anyone leaving the door open. The whole place kind of feels colder and gloomier.
It's not just like vibes. Like this suppressed dude just walked into this room, and now everyone feels.
I mean, he's still just standing there, unblinking.
Is anyone else looking at or reacting to him?
People are kind of giving him that kind of concerned look of like, what's up with this weird guy? You can hear a little muttering about of people kind of concerned of that guy just coming in and standing there like, seems odd. Dear Daniel, I best say that we stay out of that creature's gaze as much as we can.
Do you not want to go talk to him?
Certainly not.
You can find out what he's here.
I cannot stop
What he's
you if you
doing.
wish to go, but I request you do not bring me near that man. That thing.
Did you see that Val and them have just walked in?
This is after they've gotten back to you. Yeah, they've reconvened with you.
Oh, wait, they're reconvened with me. I thought I was still just sitting here alone.
No, that's what I was saying. Like they walked in by the guy. Val activated his sense, and they they saw you and came back over here. You're talking with. You're taking a moment to talk with Peter. They've caught up and regrouped.
So, hey, how did everything go today? Anyone new coming to town?
That night guy.
Not sure if you met him, yeah, but the gentleman over there.
No, I noticed him. But anyone else?
I believe he's the last one so far.
Yeah, he kind of trickled in at the end there.
Said he's been traveling for, I believe he said a month.
Month?
That's correct.
But he doesn't have anything with him. Did he come with the carriage?
No, he showed me how he doesn't need to eat like regular people. It was magic I've never seen before.
Good berries not eat like regular people? I say as I
It's no,
grab good berry because I want one.
it was no good berry.
Then what?
I saw him pick up a blade of grass, and it wilted.
Robert, does the description sound... Does the description of this dude sound familiar?
It doesn't sound like anything you've seen or encountered before.
I'm trying to figure out what animal we'd hunt at night.
Can always say deer.
Let's think. Let's well,
We're going
before the big day. How would y'all like to come with me? Yep.
I will have to
I still
say,
have a little bit of... I was
No.
thinking deer, but I was like, maybe I should. But, well, before the big day. Oh, okay.
I heard Thad try to say something.
I was saying I understood none of what either of you said.
I said I said time to go spotlighting. He said we could always think of deer, but it sounds like he's got a plan now.
Oh, before the big day, how about a decent meal? It is gonna take a little bit of work, if y'all don't mind.
What do you have planned?
To go find the deer.
Impromptu night hunting trip the day before everything goes wrong?
Might as well.
What could go wrong?
Why'd you say that out loud?
I don't know.
Like, you of all people especially, you know not
I
to do
know. I do this a lot. I hate it. It just happens.
You guys find a deer, and it's just the Adventure Time deer that stands off and takes off its
Oh,
hooves.
fuck you, no.
Blunk, blunk. Nee.
Fuck you. I don't know why that thing genuinely disturbs me.
Well, let's go meet it. Sure, let's do whatever you say.
He's going in.
I just want to put, like, above the game, I really do hate that was just an automatic response.
What?
That wasn't me being witty, that wasn't me being clever. My brain just said, yes, we're saying this now.
Y'all are up for the task? A bit too hard.
I'm gonna go hunting for some sort of feast before
Yes.
for the blood moon.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
If that's what you want to do.
Oh. Shall I be off? His eyes kind of twitching.
I see no
So-
reason not to. Picking up what he's putting down.
We've got about 45-ish minutes left in the session. I'm going to call a quick bathroom break here before we go stag hunting.
Oh, okay. Do the remaining people have enough blah blah to chit chat, or is this proper break? Slash, are people going to be running away?
As well, as you guys do leave out, though, as you guys are walking by, Val, he hits you with the just safe hunting.
Hopefully so. When I get something good to eat in before all the creepy crawly dead things come out of the ground and start fighting everybody.
Try not to get hurt before the big day.
As long as a big bear doesn't come out, I think I shall be fine.
All right. And I'll be back in a moment.
Everybody else want a break time real quick, or blah blah. Do or die.
Like, roll anything and just go, yeah, you guys are walking away, but that's still within range.
Yeah, we need a camera swap before we whatever. So,
Mhm.
fuck it. Call break. Everybody run and get snacks. Go.
Franks!
Snacks.
And by that I mean I'm here.
Shh.
All right, we're back. Medina, do you actually plan on taking them hunting, or are you just going to the woods to have a safe talk?
Both.
Understandable. All right. Give me a give me a survival check then.
With advantage since we're helping.
Or disadvantage since we're helping.
I mean,
This
both
is
Danny
not
and Saul.
a place for camp.
Both Danny and Salt have experienced tracking things before, so if Danny or Salt
True.
wants to help, give them advantage.
Yeah, I think this is
Give him advantage.
Let's give him advantage. 'Cause why not?
Okay.
Reminder: the number 7.
Yeah.
7.
1, 2, 7.
Why the number 7?
It's his unlucky number, so it counts
Oh.
as well.
Okay, yeah,
It's
gotcha.
1s, 2s, and 7s are all crit failures around me.
Is that like if a die lands on 7? I get it all?
It's on the die roll, yeah. It's on the die roll
Okay.
like a nat 1.
It's on the die
Okay.
roll like an one.
Okay. So that'd be 18.
Just need to stay the fuck away from you. If you infect my 13, I'll lose everything forever.
Thank you for the advantage though. That would have been bad.
You don't want things to go wrong in the woods at night?
Not with him around.
But 18. Yeah. You're able to take a minute as you head out into the woods, examine things around, able to find it's you have you have dark vision. Does anyone not have dark vision here?
Hey, action. Everyone has 300 foot of dark vision.
There you go.
Just on their basis.
Problem solved. All right, yeah. Question: balled up, throw it away. Every dark vision acquired. If it wasn't. But well, with extended, that makes it even easier having a further line of sight. Although, line of sight out in thicker woods isn't always possible. But you're able to find some footprints, say some tracks, follow them around, and you're able to find a looks to be a path that animals commonly use. You guys are been gone for about a good half hour or so, tracking. As Val, you you're able to see up ahead what looks to be a small but still looks to be fully grown doe nested up.
How far away is it?
About 100. You're kind of crouched down, looking through a bit of bush.
Going to stealth and get closer.
All right, stealth check.
Expertise.
What are you signaling? Are you signaling the others or anything?
Mm-hmm.
Are you just giving them the like hold your hand up for be still type deal?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Give me a stealth check.
It's 16 before adding modifier.
Yeah, you're good. As the hulking figure of a man as Valthoff, very surprisingly, is crouched down, just very slowly making his way through. He gestured for you guys to stop. As he starts inching his way closer, and just very carefully avoiding just anything on the ground to make noise.
At a group or just him going forward and us stopping back here?
That was just for him.
Okay.
If you wish to progress, you may make and follow.
Not if he's telling us to stay.
All right,
It's just a deer.
about 50 feet away now.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't their first combat encounter a deer? Quotation marks.
No.
It was a wolf.
No.
Quotation marks. It was some sort of a
thought it was
mutated beastie
wargs.
thing.
That
It was warg.
It was a warg. But about
Does
50
teleportation
feet.
make a sound?
Does teleportation what?
Make a sound.
We usually
Which
pretty
teleport?
much. I mean,
The spell probably has verbal components.
Which
It's
think-
teleport?
not a spell, it's a channel divinity.
the
Do not
only yeah, we've usually had there be like a little like pop of air, like air displacement.
Gotcha. Would it still, if I were to use it, will it trigger sneak attack?
Why not?
Considering this thing is asleep,
Okay. I shall use
this
it.
thing
It says
looks
I can-
asleep. You'll have sneak attack.
Okay. So technically, could I teleport above it?
What channel divinity has a teleport?
His the Steinhardt Paladin one. Does it let you appear in a space adjacent to them? How's it? What's it do?
As you can see, within 5 feet of the marked target.
How far is the range?
Teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space. You can see within 5 feet of the target.
You know, that usually implies on the ground, but that would be unoccupied directly above them.
Unoccupied
have a
space?
bow.
That's not
All I have
specifying
is a sword.
ground. That was a thing that came up before.
So, just Val just pulling you just pulling your great sword off of your back, like has your head like that mark. As you guys as you guys from behind, I say Val's not bareback like Barbarian. He actually has gear and stuff on, but like very briefly for a moment, like you guys see him just kind of quietly pull the great sword off of his back, and then in just of like little like air bubble pop for a moment, he's there and then he's gone, as he just magically shifts with a faint shimmer around him. I don't need you to roll dice, sir, as your minimum damage on this. With us adding in the sneak attack. Give me an attack roll at advantage to see if you accidentally roll a 7. Or roll something like Snake Eyes, you know? It's possible.
Good thing I got that advantage.
If you don't roll one of the cursed, you're out of Salt's range.
Oh.
You're out of Salt's range, so it would just be a natural 1, which you would need Snake Eyes for.
Okay.
If it's not Snake Eyes, you're good.
So that's
So,
going to be a 8 plus 6.
8 plus 6, 14, you're good. How would you like to kill this deer?
Chop its head off.
Right. As you guys see the massive figure of Val just swoosh, and just this as breaking the silence of the forest, as there is the crunch of his boots hitting the ground, and just hearing the shing of his great sword cleave through a little bit of small foliage. Just one clean motion, decapitate the deer.
And I'm just gonna sheath the sword and drag the body in the head back.
Does nobody just know how to use a bow here?
Oh,
I use a bow. I have this bow right here that's strapped to my back.
All he has is a great axe and a blood axe. Or a great sword and a blood axe. You don't have a bow.
Val looked like he really
You know
liked
what?
that, so let him have his fun.
I mean, I'm not stopping him. I was just saying.
What would you like to do with said deer?
Gonna drag it over. Okay, now that I got you all here, gonna pop the divine sense again.
All right. Nothing within range goes off.
That man. I brought you out here because apparently he has a great sense of hearing. And I don't think he's come here with the best intentions. He's not alive either. He has a scent of death on him.
The creepy old lizard man?
Yes.
Yeah.
His whole body is desecrated.
Peter was saying the exact same thing, kind of, that he was dead. Or a thing that he didn't want to be near.
Peter described
Never
it more like Peter described him more like a hungry beast,
like a wolf of some
like
sort.
like a predator.
And they
And I know
said
we've
he's
run into wolves, and Peter's never reacted like that before.
the way he feasts. It seems as if he can grab any living thing and drain the life out of it.
Well,
That's why
that's
he had
disturbing and
no-
awful.
That is why he had no luggage or anything on him. And that's what I found very odd about the man and caused me to talk to him.
And he's, yeah, okay.
Is this amounting to a warning of weirdness, or do you propose to do something about this supposed thing? Simply so I know how this is going to go.
He said he wouldn't attack unless he was provoked. I kinda wanna see what he's up to. Guessing he's here to find who the fittest are, or maybe the ones who are close to perishing during the fight tomorrow. I'm not sure.
As you guys are having this discussion, it's been a bit windy tonight, but the wind has started to pick up as clouds have started to roll in on the horizon, or from what you guys can see from where you're at in the woods. Clouds starting to come overhead.
As I'm talking, I'm like starting to what is the term? Dress the deer.
Yeah, it is. It's a cold wind that's picking up.
I am definitely keeping an eye out for stuff now.
Question, Thad? Yes.
A weird thought. Do you think he could be related to the whole necromancer thing?
That was my first thought. What do you mean, could he be?
I mean, specifically that door we found. I just think it's weird that there's a weird, strange, I don't know what to call him, dragonborn dude, and we found a weird skeleton, scaly dragonborn-like head hole in a door. I might be connecting
Would
random
he
dots,
match?
but
Do the shape
would he
match.
Yeah.
Would he match the idea of what I know of topaz dragons? Half dragons or dragonborn? Okay, making sure.
Yeah, no.
Because the gym dragons get a little weird on like their head shape and body shape and all that.
This guy was solid, like that sort of like grayish desiccated the topaz.
No, I meant body shape, not scales, because the scales can be corrupted, like skull shape and stuff.
Also, no. Nor a lot of the
Okay.
gym ones, they're sort of like their headpieces are kind of like floaty. This guy's looked much more almost tree-like in it growing odd, strange ways.
Fair. Okay, I just wanted to check.
But do that head shape match?
No. Oh wait, to the one in the crypt. The
Yeah.
one in the crypt, right? That's the different story. I don't know.
Seems pertinent.
Also, no.
It no match.
You were there to look at it. That didn't look like the right head shape.
It no match.
Even if you sawed the horns off to try and jam it in there, it didn't look right.
It's still no match. Likely it's something from however nearby, because it said it had a hell of a trip, but it didn't exactly walk very fast. That's likely looking for a champion or other such worthy individuals. Not too different from anyone else that's here, likely. It's just the obvious weird one.
I think we should be wary of him.
What? I'm sorry, it didn't come through.
I think we should be weary of him.
Oh.
As I'm finished dressing the deer, I'm gonna get the good pieces of meat, roll it up in the pelt, tie it off, start carrying it back. I'd rather not cook it out here.
I didn't know if you guys were just gonna like try to find a clearing and cook out here.
Pretty sure we can cook it back at the little town.
Can't we use your stove?
I mean, you could, but everyone's asleep.
I will cook it closer to the town instead of like out in the woods.
Sit there and get more like roadside.
Yeah.
Okay. No problems walking back. You guys have about a half-hour walk back. Getting through, no problems. Getting towards the roadside, and actually getting out of the trees more so, and getting towards roadside. Yeah, back towards open field. Able to actually see the horizon more. It looks like storm is a coming tomorrow.
Okay.
Actually able to see further out now.
And as we're getting back closer, I'm gonna use my last divine sense.
This dude has you
the spot
spooked.
Yes.
The spot on where you're gonna cook.
Yep.
Nothing pops for where you guys are cooking. Quick, throw the music box at him.
I got
I'm
one use on
wondering
that
if
thing,
those
right?
things open.
What, the music box?
No, does not matter. That's just Salt just saying that loud. Would be Salt saying that loud. It's just I wonder if those things open. Just think about like the fucking the tubes is today. Depending on how late it is right now.
The two what?
The tubes. The stone tubes.
Oh, tubes. Yes. Salt just wait a minute. But you don't know how much use the music box has. The music box is still a bit of a mystery. As for Salt, you guys are pretty much getting get a little fire started to sit there and cook the meat. Is that you just holding your head up and going no?
Yeah, no, that's literally just his. Oh fuck. Yeah, he's just like, what time is it? Like looking up, like what time of the day is it? What time of the night is it? Is it past midnight?
It's not past midnight. You guys, it was just dusk when you guys got in there, and then it wouldn't have taken too long. So, no,
I didn't know. Sometimes checking a deer can take a while.
Yeah, you guys were talking during that. Even so, it wouldn't have been several hours. You guys weren't that far in.
I didn't know. We supposed to say because we hunt, prep, and cook a deer. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It was just lying.
18's a good roll. 18's a good roll. He found it sleeping, didn't have to track it or anything. My side of the dice for the wilderness were kind.
Fair.
Sleeping deer.
Do you think we should have anybody out and watching just in case something, since we had that door open?
What door open? What?
I think he's talking
We
about
left
the back at the
cave door, leave
spooky
the
area.
temple door open.
Yes. Yeah.
One would imagine that there's enough people here that they would recognize something was going on. It's not like we can safeguard the entire town.
No, that's true.
Unless you believe it is specifically after you.
I don't know how rational that concern and fear is. I was not quite of a healthy mind yesterday.
It's been a few days. Is it still hanging around?
Sorry, not yesterday. Sorry, Matt said that bad because of that. Of the last few days. Just ask Robert. It's still like in those very, very quiet moments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still there. Not often. It has to be very, very quiet, but there's a little bit of the whispering.
I suppose I'll look into fixing that. Stares at my character sheet, looks at this 3. Squints.
Which is possibly going to be a problem tomorrow.
Well, do your best to not let it be one.
It's totally what I'm going to do.
When in doubt, trust your bird.
Huh.
So are we actually doing anything about the old guy, or are we just kind of like agreeing to keep an eye on him?
It's one extra
That's a-
variable in a field of variables.
That's kind of the problem.
What would you want to do anyway? What could you do?
I mean, if you're feeling antsy, you could try to get rid of the problem.
Not that they've made themselves a problem.
Yeah.
I just kind of slap your arm and gesture being like, dude, we're not in the woods anymore. It's magic.
I thought, wait.
Yeah, we're like right outside the town, basically.
Oh fuck, my brain's not catching up. Sorry guys, I'm a little slow on the uptake right now.
He's why I
it's a long
slap.
day.
He's okay.
I appreciate that. I missed the back at the edge of town thing.
Yeah, you guys are at roadside sitting there fixing up deer.
I apologize. 4 a.m. was a long fucking time ago.
Well, we wait another session for combat, but we will have the full session time. It
We're
seems.
probably gonna need it. Let's be real.
What do you mean? It's gonna be like 3
Combat
skeletons, and they're just gonna fall over.
3 skeletons walk out for an entire army of people.
I feel like the legends really overstated this.
And then you just hear,
You see, it's one of those setups where they just infect one or two things, like a non-responding game of Halo Inspection. So, like, if the people they infect aren't fucking cracked, it's over.
There's just a guy that's really high up on a rock that the infected can't get to before he can kill them.
I don't
All right.
remember. Did we let the town know that everything's just like an illusion? Likely.
I thought that was part of the general sharing of information we were giving out to people.
I just wanted to reconfirm. Make sure I wasn't.
If not, it absolutely would have been something I shared. I just thought that was part of the general, like, updating people thing.
It was assumed under the passing of information because you guys didn't say you were hiding anything. You guys didn't say you were hiding anything.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You asked if we were passing information on. We said, yeah, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure that was part of it.
Expedite things a little at places.
Just absolutely needed to clarify.
That being said, they're not going to take any chances on it not being illusions. You're not real, you can't hurt me. Get stabbed. It feels real.
Hey Phil, is that you or a zombie? I'm gonna sit here and not do anything for like 12 seconds to give you time to respond. Oh, I've been zombified.
Oh, Phil's biting. Oh.
Ah.
Yes.
Just have everyone do a little dance whenever they meet a zombie. And if the zombie dances back, then you know it's a human. If it doesn't, then you can just stab it.
So let me explain to you the concept of illusions.
Ergonomics. All right. I know everyone's heard of passwords, but the passcode for this is to break it down.
If the illusion's coming from your mind, then there's a chance that whatever's already in there knows your mind. So if you're supposed to dance, take a dance.
Oh, fuck. The townsfolk are gonna get served.
Sir, I need to sleep tonight.
The mercenaries aren't ready for the dance-off. They haven't had choreography training. They're unprepared. No, the skeletons are gonna be like, what you think of like Michael Jackson Bad style of just thugs that are all choreographed dancing.
Meanwhile, we consume deer.
Deer's good.
But
Deer is deer.
we're right at 11, and you guys get to have a nice extra meal of deer before heading back. Is there anything for closing? Of you guys heading back, going to sleep? Anything you say or do before we wrap things up?
I just want to have a little thing for my bird. Just because the bird stays awake. The bird doesn't sleep with how it works, right? Are you like the one for the subclass?
Yeah.
I just want it in particular to keep an eye out on the old guy, and if he comes near us, to wake me up.
It looks at you, and you look at
And
me.
you're right.
But yeah, you can have your bird just focused on him all night. As when you guys get back, he's still standing in that same spot. Doesn't look like he's moved at all. Staring in the same way that he was before.
Even breathing.
Doesn't look like it.
I feel like we all knew that answer. I feel like we all knew that answer easily beforehand.
We had a very safe hunt. Thank you for your blessing.
Good to hear. You should get some rest though before the big night. Maybe sleep in a little.
Internally,
Make sure
people
your night
keep
comes
telling
down.
me to sleep.
It's good to rest the mind and body.
What it is?
All right. We'll pick up next time in the morning. Will he still be standing there watching all of you? Find out next time.
Our own personal gargoyle. Adorable. Okie dokie, unless there's anything else for closing.
Ka.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.